Hello and welcome to a new video. Today's going to be something a bit different. Today I'm going to be talking about how my adoption has shaped my life and how it's kind of made me, if that makes sense. Maybe it'll help some people that have been / are in a similar position, and this video might jump about a bit, but it's only because I'm a little bit nervous about this whole thing. This could horribly backfire. Anyway, start at the beginning. I was adopted when I was 7, and it was difficult knowing that yet again you're being moved about and not knowing if this is going to be the final time, because you've been moved about so many times. Being rejected and then being picked up and moved at such a young age, at 7, is hard to deal with, because you remember parts of why, but you don't have the brain to be able to kind of process it all. So you're kind of in that middle of, yeah, I know why this is happening, and why is this happening? You're in the middle of all that. And it's always like in your head now that these adoptive parents could up and leave. They could hand you back, they could decide it's not a good fit. There's loads of things going through your head at the age of 7. And it is probably why, to this day, I have an irrational fear of getting close to people. Because I don't want to get to know someone, get close to them, and then them to be like, nah, I'm off. I also have this dying need to impress people and be like, oh, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Which is why I tend to do some pretty weird things. Eating 4 packets of biscuits a day, rolling around in the rain. Like, that's not normal. That's not normal at like 14, 15. Shouldn't be doing that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I did have an amazing upbringing from the age of 7. I'm not really going to get into why I was adopted, but because that's going to probably cause some trouble and we don't want that over it. I was the kind of kid that fitted into quite a few friendship groups at school, but because I had this stunted upbringing from the age of 7, I was quite immature. So at like 15, I was definitely not acting 15, and today, quite immature still. And I definitely do not act 23. I'm sure people laugh at me more than they laughed with me, but as long as they're there, like, I can count them as my friends, so it doesn't really matter to me, they're there. Having that stunted upbringing has meant that I can't quite process emotions correctly, which leads quite a few people to say that I'm autistic. And I refuse to get tested because it's another label that I just can't be bothered with. But because I can't quite process emotions correctly, I have anger issues, quite a few anger issues, which meant at school I was punching people, headbutting people, left, right and centre. And I probably should have been expelled at some point, but because I could always say I was adopted, stop being me, they would kind of let me off with like after schools and exclusion. I was excluded quite a lot for launching chairs at people and threatening people with scissors and all sorts. But have I chilled out now? Quite a bit. I have chilled out quite a bit because I'm 23 now, not 15. But if I drink too much on like a Friday or a Saturday, I do have this tendency to either break down, have some mild mental breakdown, or think that I can fight anyone and everyone. On quite a few occasions has got me into more trouble than it's worth. I know that my family love me and will support me, but it's hard not to think about the opportunities I was given and then I've just thrown them away as if it was nothing, just because either I was too nervous or too angry for no apparent reason, or I just didn't see the good in it. And it was like stupid stuff as well, really stupid stuff. Before I have a mental breakdown on this particular video, I think I'm going to end it there. If I talk any more on this, you are going to see me cry, and that is not something I want on the internet. So if you do want like either more details or anything really, if you want to know more about me, comment or tweet me. I'll probably tell you and then regret it in 2-3 years, but I'll tell you. I'm an open book. Anyway, goodbye.